first of all, I'm going to introduce myself and I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves too in a quick way. My name is Mayara. I'm from the website called Big Rock and Roll. So nice to see you here. Thanks for the opportunity to talk with you. We are going to talk about the band. But if you can introduce yourselves, please.
I'm
Okay,
oh,
go ahead, Steve.
I'm Steve Shelley. I play drums with Riviera Gaz, and happy to meet you.
I'm Gustavo. I play guitar and sing.
Hey, I'm Paulo Kishimoto. I play the bass, the guitar, percussion, keyboard as well, and also a bit of singing too.
Mix it,
To start this
album, produce.
interview, we are going to say about the band that started with a more raw and directed sound, but you describe it Catacroma as a more cosmic, strange, and expansive album. So, when did you realize the album was going in this direction?
When
Oh,
when Paulo gave me some gummies, it became cosmic.
yes, true. Well,
Oh,
we just realized when the album was maybe after we during the mixing we realized that are going to this kind of unidentified place, like something that we can say or call it. So um, that's why the songs are very different from one from another. So it's very, I don't know, universal album. A lot of colors.
Talking And talking about it, about the sounds, when I heard about it, about the album, when I heard the album, because I already listened everything, you mentioned that the album had a long process of mixing. So, what did you discover in the studio that probably wouldn't have happened if you had recorded the songs in a more directed way? So, it was a long way to mix everything. How was it?
Uh, yeah, the whole process was kind of it had its own pace, so we couldn't rush it. Uh, uh, and also, actually, the I think what took most part of the time besides mixing was editing. So we kind of had the song kind of longer, and we were like listening a lot and trying to make songs a bit cooler, not too much going around and this. I think the what took us most time was like editing the songs to a nice format where you can listen and not find it boring or anything like that. Uh, that's it.
Paulo did the majority of the mixing of the record, but we all chimed in throughout the process. And for me, one inspiration was this Sorriso Dela by Erasmo Carlos, and I was obsessed with this recording, and I still am for several years now. And something about this song by Erasmus that every 20 seconds something beautiful is new and happening in this song, and we talked about things like that a lot. Just you know, not to just occupy space, but to be giving something within the time that we had with each tune, if possibly. I'm not sure.
And I'm talking about you because you all come from very different backgrounds. The musical backgrounds, they are all different. So, what happens when the three of you bring these different experiences into the same room and how this happened? So, you meet each other when this happened to make this band.
I used to have some songs that I did by myself, and I record a demo with Paulo. And then we didn't have Paulo recorded the drums and the bass, and then we need a drummer. So we Paulo knew Steve from other situations, like when he came to do a concert with Thurston Moore. And we have a friend in common in Paris that is a photographer that introduced ourselves, and then when Steve came to play with Leo Ronaldo, we wonder if Steve is like something that is a I don't know how to say, tiro no escuro. It's like a
Shot in the dark.
shot in the dark. Let's ask Steve if he wants to record with us. We have like 4 songs. Let's try. So Steve said yes, let's do it. So that's how we start the band. We record 4 songs and release a EP, and after that we are doing what we are doing.
That's it. Paulo wants to say something about it.
Me and Gustavo, I wasn't part of Gustavo's band for a very long time, the Forgotten Boys. I left the band like 2 years ago, I think, but I've spent, I think, 15 years playing with Gustavo. So, he kind of asked me to join his kind of new project or like solo project for doing stuff that he thought that wouldn't fit in Forgotten Boys music. And so since we had this all familiarity, we've been playing together for so many times, and also singing. I used to do the backing ground vocals for the band. We had this kind of intimate relation, so that I think that when it started it all. So I mean, the point, what I was trying to say, that he asked me to join this project, which was supposed to do different things from we were already doing. So since the beginning, I took this project, which now this band, always trying to push and doing different things that I'm doing. So sometimes it's kind of challenging, but it's very fun always. And it's very easy to work with those guys here.
I don't know if Steve knows, but we practiced with 2 different drummers before Steve. Do you remember?
No, I
I
don't
don't
remember
remember.
that.
I can't remember. I don't remember anything about that.
Okay.
I was thinking while you were
Well, we
telling the
practiced.
stories, I was thinking, I don't know if I've ever heard these demos. And then I was like, I bet the demos sound better than what
Shut up. No way.
I was like, oh, for
No.
the the expanded version, we'll have to dig out those demos. Like, oh, I want to hear Paulo on the drums. He's probably better than I did.
Oh no.
Paulo's a good
Not
drummer.
possible. Well, thank you,
You are the
Steve.
chosen one, Steve.
Mhm.
And guys, talking about the inspirations, you mentioned at the release David Bowie, the Kinks, the Stooges. So, which artists or sounds do you feel are most present on Catacroma?
Hmm.
So many
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
go into
I
the
guess
blender.
Erasmo Carlos is one of the guys that are are there.
Well, specifically this one album too that made it to the States
Carlos
recently.
Erasmo. Yeah.
Yeah, the Sonos y Memorias, the songs and memories with the
Yeah.
yeah.
with the 1940 to 1972. His 70s, this one 70s record is sort of
And
just
it
a. I've just always been asking Paulo and Gustavo to tell me more about how this happened. It just really moved my imagination.
and
This album.
this was it started 2 years before the that movie that won the Oscar that had on its soundtrack. You know that, Steve. Uh, because of that movie that won the Oscar that had Erasmo on their soundtrack, the song started playing all over again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, some
I
like
didn't know that.
young generation kind of discovered that song because of that movie,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. And
But we
I think it's worth.
we knew before them.
Yeah, before it
Of
was
course you
cool,
did.
yeah. But I
You
think it's
know,
worth mention that we
go
have
ahead.
a radio show together, which is called the Aspirin Mint. That it goes every Friday, 1:30 da tarde. It is a web radio called the Veneno Live, and we are on the show number 264, I think.
And we've done hundreds
So
of these shows.
yeah, doing the show together, the three of us every week, it kind of forces us to enter this kind of universe of music. And one thing I found out that three of us we always put in 70s songs, right?
Mm.
Sometimes we put like older or newer songs, but every show we have a lot of 70s songs.
Ah, that's true.
So that's one of our inspiration, even if
Yeah.
it's unconscious.
Yeah. And I was just reminded of when you said David Bowie, I hadn't thought about this for a while, but I was obsessed with that one of the documentaries on David Bowie where they just use these musical stems to elongate a lot of the soundtrack, and I was really intrigued with some of that music, and I think I talked with Gustavo and Paulo a lot about that, about how much I enjoyed some of the space in those recordings, and so it's just things that musicians talk about, and then when you maybe finish the record, it affects it a little bit or not at all. We don't, sometimes it does.
And to finish the last question, if someone listens to the album for the first time without knowing anything about you and about the band, so what do you hope they feel before they even try to understand what they are listening?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
that's you've stumped me.
I think I hope they feel the same way that a person feels like after the end of a nice movie that you're gonna think about it, or you're gonna remember it in some ways, or even remember a sensation you had while listening to it. I think that's why I always expect from people like something that sticks or sticks
Yeah,
on the
and
person.
maybe they'd like to put it on again, listen one more time.
Yeah, exactly. Or even wait, what was that right? What was that? Like this kind of reaction, I think I expect.
yeah.
So that's it. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity.